Welcome, everyone, to Beyond Meditation. So it's interesting, what I'm guided to talk about today in the context of Beyond Meditation is bringing together these four elements, bringing together acknowledging ourselves as a human, receiving ourselves as a human, accepting ourselves as a human, and anchoring the human within humanity. And it's bringing all of these together in the context of what does that do to our vibration? And, when I tuned in to, okay, so what does that do to our vibration? I actually felt like a hit, you know, and it was, um, it was a hit, which was the experience of this vibration that comes together with all four of these elements. So what I saw was, whilst each one of them is pretty profound and very powerful in its own right, when they come together and, the first three, acknowledge, receiving, and accepting, come together and go forward a little before the anchoring comes in, and when all four come together, the innate vibe of the four together is the innate vibe of what it feels like experiencing whole and completeness. So it is a vibe of what whole and complete feels like. When something is a vibe of what whole and complete feels like, it is also the vibration of abundance. It is also the vibration of what it feels like when lack is released from our system, from our field. And whilst it may be one thing thinking about abundance, and to me it was like, well, if I have the vibe of abundance, I don't have lack. Well, the release of lack is a very different vibration. And that can feel somewhat distressing. And it feels distressing only because when you start releasing lack, you are amongst the very few on the planet that is able to release it. Because there is so much of the conversation that occurs across the planet that keeps conflict in place, that keeps separation in place, coming from a space of lack. Be it issues such as climate change or any other issues that may be important, there is some undertone of lack that is there. Lack is literally one side of a coin, and the other side of that is conflict. It's one of those coins that is it's a perpetrating coin. It perpetrates conflict. So the four pieces coming together. See, for us as individuals, the human vibe attunement is phenomenal, and it suffices. It expands us very powerfully into the highest vibration we can possibly be. And that highest vibration we can possibly be is amplified naturally because we are acknowledging ourselves as a human, receiving ourselves as a human, and accepting ourselves as a human. The release of lack And presencing abundance is the reason why the anchoring piece is important. And the anchoring is only ever brought in after having a sequence of human vibe attunement having been completed. And then you bring in the anchoring vibe, and then all of these come together to bring about the presencing of abundance and release of lack. Release of lack is actually a purging, a cellular purging of the tension or the inflammation that is caused by the stress and the conflict that is perpetrated by keeping the vibration of lack in place. I mean, I was so excited about experiencing this because I felt it. I felt it like a hit, and it was a very strong hit, and it was a very pleasurable one. When I asked the question, okay, so what does it mean having all four elements present? Firstly, it anchors acknowledgement, receiving, and accepting, and then it anchors its own vibration. And the moment all four come together, we literally get taken to a completely new vantage point. If we allow ourselves to be in this space, allowing and giving permission to ourselves to release lack fully. Everything happens as a matter of choice. You've heard me say this several times before, that we are born with three things. We are born with choice, we are born with dignity, and we are born with our unique mastery that puts us at the source of our life, which I call as a source mastery. So giving permission to yourselves to release lack before you even begin the beyond meditation practice allows the cells to prepare themselves fully before you get to the anchor point. So everything before that is accentuated. And this giving permission is really the act of allowing. It enables the amplification to be far more expansive, whilst being deeply rooted in your current reality. There is nothing more exquisite than experiencing yourself as your tree of life. Because when you experience yourself as a tree of life, you become the tree of aliveness. You are grounded, your roots are laid down, which means you can expand infinitely. And with the human vibe attunement and all the four elements that make it up, we find ourselves where the vibration of abundance comes in. And the moment the vibration of abundance comes in, seize the moment. As you seize the moment, you've already given permission to yourselves to release the vibration of lack, and that starts being released. That release of the vibration of lack creates a very powerful and a momentous momentum of flow of life force within you. Because you've given permission to your cells. The permission is a cellular level release of lack. So if there is any vitality that is lacking in any of the cells, It may be due to a chronic condition or a severe condition. That lack of vital life force is released, which opens the cells up to receive life force. And our beyond meditation practice and the way we do it brings about a flow, so life force continues to flow. We will be doing a pearl of wisdom on permission. So I'm not going to go into the permission part. It's quite encouraging and helpful for us to just accept the permission to ourselves to release lack. The other interesting thing is when you give yourselves permission to release lack, and you do it as a part of the beyond meditation practice, there is no big long process required. It is automatically anchored in that zone where your human form and the soul being coexist in celebration and co-creation and collaborative coexistence. So the release of lack becomes a very high vibe process. If you think about it too much, then you know that you are actually in lack. As if that's a vibe that is starting to get multiplied. To release lack, you don't need to stand in lack because it releases you too. To release lack, you are to become an observer and give permission to yourselves to release it and just step back and observe what occurs. Sometimes it feels disturbing, sometimes it feels there's too much energy that starts to spin in certain parts of your body. All you have to do is to just be with wherever there is anything excess that is building up, be it a physical experience or a mental one or an emotional one indeed. The release of lack will generate large expanses of rapid movement within your physical body. From the moment you make this choice to release lack, you start to increase your own practice of being an observer. This was such a big revelation, and I had the opportunity to work with it for a few hours and a few days. It was something that took me into a very deep state of trance without me falling asleep. And I also felt the experience of an awakening when I returned from the trance. So notice how you feel. Allow yourself to feel that way. Unconditionally accept what is and step forward. So let's now bring in the human vibe attunement vibration to this preview of some deep wisdom that will be shared over the next several weeks. You don't have to wait for that to be shared. You've gotten more than enough to actually step forward and be in action. So allow yourself to be comfortable. Step back and see if you are able to support your back today. And it may be you just put a little pillow or a cushion. The back is wanting to be supported today. And imagine the base of your spine connects to the core of the earth. And the base of the spine connects to the core of the earth through this beautiful cord that is made up of the following minerals and metals: precious metal gold, precious metal silver, copper, and bronze. Just in making that connection itself, it's as if your body is plugged into an extraction hose, and it starts extracting out of your field any energies that no longer serve you. There's a very, very rapid movement of strong energy forces. So in case you feel like yawning, that is what is going on. It's really powerful to focus your attention. And this time I want you to focus your attention on your heart and on your solar and on your sacral chakra, which is your navel. So you take your right hand and put it over your heart. Take your left hand and have it be over your navel. And just hold that and stay there in a very loving way. If you need to yawn, go ahead and yawn. If you're already tranced out, remain tranced out. Don't need to push yourself to sit up anymore, ever. If you just make that choice, you choose flow and it starts flowing into you. You can relax your hand, put them on top of your thighs. Your palms are facing upward. The precious metal gold has been strengthening your nervous system. Great. We're going to do the 946 breath now. Get into complete attunement and alignment. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 946 breath for today. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Focus your attention into your heart. Fill your heart up with love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. And as you're doing this, filling your heart with love, kindness, and compassion, you're also connecting to the foundational energy of this human vibe. Breathe into your heart love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe into your heart love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. Breathe out gratitude and peace. And now repeat after me. Presencing the human vibe, the vibe of love as an amplifying frequency. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I anchor the human within humanity. 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 Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your hands in front of your heart. Rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes. Open your eyes in them. Take them on top of your head, the back of your head, either side of your neck, down your shoulders, and do an energy sweep. It's a very deep experience of the four elements coming together. So you may experience tingles in your biceps, tingles up and down your spine. And really what is happening is it's a DNA activation that is going on. And it's going to continue over the next 26 to 38 hours. Even if you don't feel any of that, the activation is happening. And what that activation does, how it shows up, is in the form of a burst of creativity. It's very powerfully healing and cleansing and creates an opening of our brain cells. You know, it also recalibrates dehydration in our cells. It's quite an experience to experience it. So just allow yourself to observe. There is nothing more to be done other than observing, which I think is one of the most amazing experience of all. And journaling too. So please go ahead and share your chat so we can anchor that in terms of what we are present to. And in a few hours, we will be going into the 11th Pearl of Wisdom. And this Pearl of Wisdom is all about the word or the phrase sorry. So we do a deep dive into the phrase, the intention, the impact, the influence of the phrase sorry, and how you can work with it so it truly becomes a pearl of wisdom that enables us to create a world that works for everyone. So join us. It is at 5:30 Pacific time. Both Catherine and I look forward to it. quite deep. The four minerals, Gail, I expect you got it this time. It's gold, bronze, silver, and copper. The four elements are fire, water, air, and earth. Yes, it's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time for the 11th Pearl of Wisdom. Huge gratitude, Mynoo, for this profound session. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, I felt it too. Feeling abundantly anchored and blessed. Thank you, David. Thank you, Helene. Grace, namaste. Thank you, Mary Catherine. Hope. Yeah, this is from Yanni. Great, Yanni. Great to hear. Delicious, creative tingling from head to toe and beyond. Yes, Catherine, can you imagine you having even more DNA activation? Watch out, world. Divine peace, sparkling and alive. Very deep feelings. Humanity is connecting me to my higher self. And from that point, I come back to flowing, to knowing, grateful to you. Thank you, Asha. Listen to the voice from within. Yes. Powerful namaste. Divine spirituality. Beautiful. Thank you. Richly and divinely abundance of delicious flow. Yummy, clear, very deep and blessed. So grateful. Lighter, sending love. Wow. I feel whole and complete. I feel and it nourished with this beautiful meal of wisdom. Thank you, Vince. Thank you. Peace and tranquility, golden, indeed, Christian. If you saw the color gold, it's a very powerful healing color, but it's also quite an activator of brain cells, particularly the use of a higher percentage of your brain starts to get enabled, and then it's up to us to use it. Divine activation. Wow. Thank you for the divine gift. Gracefully accepted and appreciating it. Deeply grateful for the great connecting of the dots. Releasing lack is a big step towards much freedom. Very true, Connie. Today's session is such a moment and a momentous message for everyone, indeed. I'm grateful to you for reminding me I am love and to release lack to be my own true self. It is an amazing concept. I have been experiencing miracles. Lovely. Thank you all. See you in a few hours. Thank you.